This is a step by step system to take you from messy client management across tools to a fully organized client workspace where you can easily handle everything at just one place. So, we have broken it down into three simple parts. The first one is client onboarding, client proposals, and the third one is client portal. And now, let's start with the first one. So the first one is an automatic proposal creation inside your system. This is a space where all of your client proposals are tracked and organized. For this, the very first step is that we'll move on to your CRM. Okay, because whenever any person is moving from the prospect to your client, it begins from the CRM first to do the other things like proposal and the rest. Now I'll update the client, like the prospect name here is, let's say it's Zenny, and I don't know if this name exists or not. And now the next part is I would add the service here. Let's say it's social media management. So it has given me the pricing as well. And the next part is, let's say I have won the deal. So I'll mark it as won. Okay, so after the deal is closed, the next step is to share the proposal with the client. So I'll go to this proposal place and then I will add a new proposal with the name as jennycompany.com. Yeah, that's it. So I'll add this proposal here. Okay, so now I'll move on to the proposal part. Now you can see that that same proposal is visible here. Now, as soon as I open it, okay, you can see the major information has already transferred here from the CRM. The services, the client name, the proposal name, everything. So this is how I don't need to really move the information manually from one place to another once the deal is closed. And the next part is, this is the proposal template that you are definitely going to change and customize based on the client's deal. So you will fill out all of the required information, customize it to your client, and then you can send it across to your client. Now to share it with your client, here are the steps that you would go to this share button. Now you will add as anyone on the web link can edit it. Okay, so can edit, why do we need the edit option is because if you need the signature from your client, then you need to give them the editing access. And now we can see it as a full page as well as the client proposal. Okay, so now you can share it with them. So it's done with the proposal here. Now, the second part is the client onboarding system. What I've seen in most agencies is that a founder is checking with the team to know what got done, what's pending, and assigning the same client onboarding task on repeat. Now, this system replaces that, and here's how. So, this system creates all the client onboarding tasks with just one click. Firstly, we'll start with the adding the client. Okay, the we have just onboarded. I am taking here as an example and I am marking it as done. And now see that okay, here we have the client name, and now I would add a new page here. So I'll get inside. Okay, and I will click on this internal client setup. So I got the very first onboarding task here, internal client setup, the client name, the assignee, the due date of today, the phase one, and status is not started yet. And the best part is that all the subtasks are included here. Wow, that's really nice. Okay, so the best part is, let's say here I am the assignee. So I know that Sumanpreet Kaur with the due today. So I am supposed to finish all the subtasks here today, and I can mark here the status as I need to. Okay, the very first task with all the tracking, and now I'll go inside the new page and mark go to the second onboarding step. So same here, I got the second task for onboarding, that is send the first message plus collect the client information. So here the client, the assignee, the due date, the phase, the status. Okay, and the next part is, let's say as soon as I'm finishing things, I am marking it as done. Okay, and the next thing is that As you can see assignee. Okay, now let me show you how you can change the assignee based on your need. So right now, what I have added here is that let's go to the second task template, edit it, and right now I have added a fact that person who duplicates page they get assigned. Like right now, I was clicking on the new page, so I was getting assigned. So for you, you can directly change here. You can directly just remove it from here, and you can mention any team member who is responsible for a certain task. Okay, so now I'll keep it as it is right now. And now similarly, we'll move on to the next onboarding task. Go here, go to the third task, and that is strategy and alignment. So here your strategist would be the assignee here. Is reviewing the onboarding form response, conducting onboarding call with the client, defining goals, KPIs, deliverables, finalizing scope based on the package, creating initially strategy, doc or roadmap. Okay, this is a part of the phase 3 strategy and alignment. And now let me see the assignee part here. I'm going to three dots, edit it, and see I didn't mark anyone here, so it is showing me that no one. Okay, but right now I would mark here the same as person who duplicated page. Okay, and now I'll go to the next step. The fourth task can be, I would open that, and then the fourth task is system setup. So all of the subtasks are listed here. That is system setup for the client, that is setting up the tracking system, analytics sheets and dashboards, the internal workflow, the connecting the tools if something is required to be done, creating a reporting structure with the assignee. Let's say the task is assigned here for the strategy and alignment. It might take 4 days, 5 days, I don't have any idea how many days it takes to you, like for the strategy part, to any person. So I kept it empty here. But when you are using it, you can directly add a due date here based on your workflows, based on your like the processes and workflow. You can directly assign the due date here. And the next part is, we are done with the strategy and alignment, we are done with the system setup. So now we have the fifth task, that is first deliverable. So it contains all the subtasks, that is prepare the first deliverable, internal review, send the deliverable for the client, get approval. So it also depends on how this process flows into your system. So you can mark the due date here, and whoever is responsible for any certain thing, you can directly assign them here. And now we have the last step of this onboarding, the sixth one, that is go live. So log this. So this is like a checking of things. Okay, we have launched the campaign, and now confirming everything, if it's everything is running smoothly, scheduling the recurring task and set the next check-in or check-in report. So it's like a check-in system. So this is how you just got one click, and the task, the subtask, the tracking, the assignee, the client, the due date, everything is sorted here. So okay, this is how like the system is automatically organizing the client onboarding under each client name. For a new client, you can do the same. Click on a new group, add a new, I would say the client. It can be just anything. I can placing it as an example. Okay, marking it as done. Now just do the same thing here, the one click, and you got everything done here. Now the third part is the client portal, the place each of your client gets, and this is my most favorite part. So here you can see that we have the client portals with their names, and these are the places given to each of the individual clients. Okay, so now to showcase your very new entry, I'll go back to the CRM. Okay, so now we are into the CRM. Here we are into the client that we just onboarded, that's Jenny. So what basically happens is that we have generally all of the client details loaded during the sales process, like the client goals, the services, the package, the company name, the industry. Okay, so everything is already there. Now I want to create a client portal after we onboarded them. So for this, I'll go to this client portal page. Okay, so now I am going to add a very new entry, that is client portal for Jenny. So I would give it the client name, and now I'm making a very new entry in the client dashboard. So now I got it here. So after adding the client portal with the name Jenny here, I'll go down, and here you can see the client portal, sorry, client details all about Jenny. And then I'll go here inside the client portals part, and here select the same page that I just created right now. That's just 1 second, Jenny. Okay, we got it here. Now I'm going to back to the client portal part, and here you can see that the new entry of the Jenny page is already here that we made back in the CRM. Okay, now I'm going to open it and see all of the details of the Jenny are already visible here, because when I added the new entries of client portal into the CRM, because of that because of that backend system, all of the information of the client is already moved into the client portal. So how the entire information is getting transferred from one place to another by the system. And recently one founder told me that they used to play catch up in their business, that is like transferring information from one place to another, and now their system do it for them. So this is how you end up playing catch up in your business, when the system does the work for you. And the next part is that here is the information, and here we have the client portal. So this is a place where your client gets everything. For example, the KPI tracking, all of the KPI performance is visible here for Jenny, and client review, all of the client deliverables are loaded here for the client. Okay, so for the functioning of the client portal, I would like to go to another portal that we are already using. Okay, so that I can showcase you the functioning and you can see the UI better. So let's go to the client dashboard. Let's go to the Jesse part. So here you can see the entire functioning. For example, here we have the KPI. Okay, the KPI name. Yeah, okay, and then it can be anything. Let's say content engagement, and Jesse is already here, and here we have content, and who is the owner of this initiative, and what's the current metric we are at. We are at 11,000 10,000 views per month, but we want to have 12,000 views per month. So it has given me automatic update that progress is 83% and we are on track, we are safe. Okay, so, and the next thing is you can directly mark that whether it's tracked monthly or weekly, and you can directly add a next review date here. Okay, so it would give you a reminder on May 13 that hey, come back to this KPI tracking. So this is how you and your client get the visibility on how the all the KPIs are performing. Okay, and now the next part inside this client portal is the client review part. So you add all of the deliverables here where your client comes and review them. Let's say I added, I can showcase you this already existing example. So here you can give the title of the deliverable, and here is the review link that your client is going to review, the due date, the status, and feedback. They can add any feedback here, any notes here, and they can directly share any update here as well. Okay, any discussions instead of like uh, tracking the task, the deliverables at one place and communicating in Slack. So instead of these dual efforts, everything is at one place. Okay, and now you can directly track all of the status, the everything. And the next part is files and resources. So your client can directly come and share any of the file link, the file name, the client name is automatic entry here. They can directly add that this is the new source. Okay, and then they can share the new link here. Let me show you example here. I have copied the link and pasted it here. Okay, so this is how they can share all of the files here, and the same thing is from your team end. Your team can share the file name here, the file description, the file link. Okay, so it showcases that uploaded by team and it is for the client. And the next part is the projects review part. Okay, so this is going to give the full picture of the project to your client, to your team, and to you as well. So for that, I'm going inside this system, inside this project. So you can see all the snapshot, the client, who it is assigned to, and the status and the associated task. And let's say I want to add more task here, then I would go and click here. So either I can add the entries here directly from our task system, or I can add the new entry here. For example, review, just like for a random example, and then I'm going to add. So this is how I added a new task that is yet to be started, and the due date is May 1. So see, we have a total of 4 tasks here, and out of 4 only one is completed. So the project is giving me automatic update that hey, one is an completed task and 3 are uncompleted, and progress is 25%. The project type is marketing, and the project owner is this. So okay, so this is how you got to know that okay, these are the tasks and this is the progress of our task, so that you can take any action immediately if required. And the next part is, this is my favorite part. So it contains all of the project details, the outcome goals, the strategy notes, timelines, the scope notes, the milestones, any risk and blocker, and dependencies across deliverables. So this is how you, your client, and your team are on the same page, and get to you get the full visibility of the progress of the project. Okay. So now the next part is request table. So the inspiration behind creating this request table is the Slack threads. The requesters which generally get lost in Slack, in WhatsApp. So to remove that problem, we created this request table. So these are the examples that your client directly come here, add the request that hey, this is needs to be done, this is needs to be improved, this is something new going in my mind, and they can directly add the due date, and they can directly add your team member here, and the progress is also visible here. Similarly, your team can also submit the request here, new page, new request to the client. Okay, so they can add the due date, they can assign to your client. Okay, and then they can track the status, like you can track the status. So okay, so this is how you can actually see that these are the new requests. So these are the due dates, and this is the progress. Instead of just remembering things and just keeping notes randomly. So the next part is meeting notes. At this place, you can directly add, like for this is the client we have is Jesse. Okay, any of the meetings you have with the client, you can add summary, next step, key takeaways, anything. Okay, just add a new page, get inside here, mention the meeting name. Okay, and then add details. So this is how the entire client portal looks like. So the functioning is the same because we use the template for every client portal. You can see that we just added a new entry for Jenny, and all of the things are the exactly same. Okay, because it's like one template gets used for every client. And the next part is, let's say this is Jenny. Okay, and I am going to add a new project here. So you can see that it would showcase me only project for Jenny, not for anyone else. So this is how we have strengthened the system from the backend. This is how their experience gets elevated and your efforts get reduced when everything is centralized at one place instead of juggling things across the tools. Now, if you need help with the custom workspaces like this for your agency inside Notion, you can reach out to me via email or LinkedIn. And the link to the same client portal is given below. Thank you so much for watching and coming so far. See you in the next one.